This is a previously recorded episode of the IT and the D Show.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
This is Max Headroom, and what you're about to witness is one of the most sinister-sounding intros to a trailer to one of the greatest epics ever.
Live from the Raw Radio X studios in downtown Detroit, this is the IT in the D Show.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
I dig you IT geeks. This is Dre DeMatteo from Sons of Anarchy. You are listening to IT in the D.
So what happens when you tap the angry beaver in the bunghole?
Exactly. Come on. Christ. To hell with this. I'm calling a break. We'll come back to the show.
Just where do you guys think you are?
The Library of Congress?
Detroit? Beyond the sun?
Any of those, right?
Hi, I'm Ernie Hudson, and you're listening to IT in the D. All you nerds out there.
Nerds? Nerds.
Nerds! What is a nerd?
What's up, everybody? This is Billy Zapka, Sweep the Leg, listening to IT in the D Show. No mercy.
Bob loves it in the camp. You're in your underwear, I'm in my underwear. Here, let's hang out.
No, I'm sorry, honey. I have a headache.
I definitely want to see Bob in his underwear. That's a fact.
That's why I like it in the can.
How much scotch did you drink that night, by the way?
Half a bottle.
Okay, then shut the hell up.
Hi, this is Martin Cove, John Kreese from the Karate Kid movie, and you're listening to IT in the D.
Yes, Sensei!
This is a bad idea.
Hey guys, this is Ty Mogg, Bruce Leroy from The Last Dragon. You're listening to the IT&D Show.
I may have to wipe the boot off.
Hi, I'm Brittany Daniel from The Game, and you're listening to IT and the D Show.
Hey, Jerry Slater. Hey, Jerry Slater.
It's really good.
Hey, Jenny Slater.
The Turk monster is in full effect here.
Take him to Detroit. No! No, not Detroit! No! No, please! Anything but that! No!
I used to hang out at the Magumbo Bar. It was a rough place, the seediest dive on the wharf, populated with every reject and cutthroat from Bombay to Calcutta. It's worse than Detroit.
You will never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Then don't come! Shut up!
This is Robert Hayes, Ted Stryker to my mother. When I'm not hanging out at the Magumbo Bar, I'm listening to the IT and the D Show. It's worse than Detroit.
Guess Captain Soundboard doesn't know how to run the soundboard.
Pickle in the PPR.
I don't know who brought that bell in, but Bob's got a new toy.
Is there such thing as a meat hangover?
I love my Monday meat stick.
Turn your microphone off. Just get out.
My job is to make sure this program is morally upright and cultural and wholesome.
Shut up, Mimsy.
Hey, folks, this is WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and you're listening to the IT and the D Show. Tough guy. Ho!
So, what would you little maniacs like to do first?
The question isn't what are we going to do. The question is what aren't we going to do.
Ludicrous speed! Go!
And welcome once again to a post-Thanksgiving, post-Black Friday, post-Star Wars trailer being released.
Yay.
December 1st, episode 68. This is the IT and the D Show. This is Bob the Sales Guy here with Dave the Geek, Jeff the Voice of Reason. We are sitting here in the Raw Radio X studios in the Russell Industrial Center, beautiful Midtown Detroit, Michigan. As always, we are brought to you tonight by Logicalis and Quantum. Find them online, us.logicalis.com. And Quantum Storage is at quantum.com. If you want to read up on us, itandthed.com, Facebook, Twitter, hashtag, ampersand,
all of the things.
IT and the D, because we are IT and the D, and
you are not.
Still are not, no.
Yes. Never will be.
So it's December 1st today.
How did that happen?
It's Cyber Monday.
It is. Which basically meant I got 8,000 emails
from everybody!
From all of the companies.
Hey, did you know that you could get a discount on everything today?
I bought
from companies you haven't shopped at in 15 years.
I bought Cole Haan shoes once, mind you, once. I think I got a dozen emails from them in the last day and a half. Like, no, I get it.
Well, and you've heard me crank about this before. The stupid place where I ordered checks from.
Yeah.
That send me they send me 2 emails a week. How often do people buy checks? And I got a Black Friday. Now,
the last time I bought checks was 1987.
Right. So I got not one but 2
Black Friday emails from the check place today because that's when I think Cyber Monday.
Oh, write check.
I think
You
checks.
write checks.
Right, yeah.
I'm just laughing that you write checks to begin with.
Does Amazon take checks?
Right. A week would not go by if I did not get 3 to 4 emails from bowlingshirts.com. I'm not exaggerating.
What does that say about your wife?
That's your target demographic.
They know the target demo, yeah.
Hey, Bob, have you seen? And they're even like, they're not using a personalization engine. There's a guy that sits down and go, I wonder if, Bob, have you seen this one?
No,
Bob, have you seen this
Because
one?
every third email I usually buy one. That's why. Ooh, I like that one. No, like I'm complete.
You're the reason why spam works.
So how was everybody's Thanksgiving? Good?
Good.
Oh, I forgot to announce we got 2 great guests in the studio tonight. We have Adam here from Hemingwrite, really cool.
Or 3.
3 guests.
3 guests. I said 2 companies, 3
No,
guests.
you said 2
No, you
guests.
said whatever.
Just roll with it.
The moment's lost.
Right. Adam's here from Hemingwrite. Pleasure. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
Shut up, Mimsy.
Exactly. And then we have Kyle and Bo here from Woodward Throwbacks. Appreciate you coming in here. Found out that your place got broken into today. So
because everything is awesome
in Detroit.
Hi.
We're not allowed to talk about those things though, because if it happened in front of you, we could announce
Because
it.
then I'll wind up on Flashpoint again.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody
Right.
wants that.
Guy in podcast said there was a robbery.
How dare you talk negatively
No,
about
but we
Detroit?
appreciate you coming out under the circumstances. So.
Oh, thanks for having us.
Yeah, with all the chaos. Yeah, and you're guaranteed, Bo. You are guaranteed that Bob will not forget your name.
My wife has like the weirdest Polish name, right? No one. I've never met anyone.
It's not that weird.
It's the only one I've ever met. Was
Did
that
you just insult our guest?
No,
and your wife.
Well, you know what? I think I'm the only person that I've met with my name too, so it's okay.
And there you go. I'm Bob. See, I mean, that's weird though.
BAHB.
BAHB. I'm going to change it. I'm going to live in Boston. Bad. I'm going to talk to Bob.
It's like, gotta talk to Bob.
So Thanksgiving was good?
Thanksgiving was good.
Black Friday was good?
The usual family, fun and excitement. That's always there.
I invented a new thing. It's going to be a new family tradition: pretzel bread stuffing. It was a massive hit. So now I've earned the place to. I'm the stuffing man for the rest of my life.
And now you have a new thing to do every year.
It's my new job.
2 years, you're going to be bitching about that on this show.
No.
I assure you.
It's the whole croutoning the pretzel
Gotta
bread.
make
sucks.
that-
Well, Dave,
Stuffing
next thing
again.
next year he just needs to bring it into the studio.
Yeah,
it was money though. And then I did my typical on Black Friday. I did
Amazon.com.
I did Amazon.com. Actually, I didn't buy squat. I did nothing.
You had to fight all the crowds through the clicks.
Oh, yeah.
Did you camp out in front of your computer just to get the good deal?
Dude, we were coming home from Thanksgiving from my dad's house. We passed 3 Walmarts, right?
Yeah.
Which says a lot about society. With a 20-minute drive, is I'm passing 3 Walmarts, and so help me effing God that the parking lots were overflowing at each one, and I just wanted to choke everyone in the store at
through
once.
that parking lot.
Oh, I did, and just like
up on the sidewalk.
Actually,
What do you plan on buying? A new toaster oven?
No, I just wanted to put like the blades from Gladiator on the side of my car.
cowcatcher.
Yeah, just start shredding people in line. Like, what are you doing? What did you buy? Like, honestly, I feel like going Godfather rant right now. But what in the blue hell? No, I don't have one ready. What did you buy though? Like, what do you got? So, hey man, got Walking Dead season 4 on sale for 70% off, man. Freaking cool. Like,
and meanwhile,
but there wasn't like that one thing there where you're like going, I need to buy that.
No.
Right? There was like at this point, TVs are like, meh. Like the flat
and
screen.
and you know that TVs you wait for Super Bowl week. That's when they all go on deep sale. That's
There's like a 50-inch like toilet way, whatever.
Well, there's
brand.
a good commercial that the
It
guy's
was like
the guy's walking
$200.
into the living room with a new TV, and the wife goes, "Hey, did you get a good deal?" And he turns around, he's got a black eye, and he's like, "Yep, I got a good deal."
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you the one? It was a Black Friday. It was one of those when sales go on at like 2 in the morning.
Right.
Like now it's like the next day. Well, now it's just going to be like Black Friday's going to be like November 1st.
Pretty
Like,
much.
that's how far back they're pushing.
Right.
It.
Pretty
But
much.
like I remember I got hammered with my brother-in-law and like went into Walmart and I go, there was like one left of the Samsung TV and I was so schnocker I couldn't get it in my car and I had to call my wife to come pick me up. So of course that story was reminded to me, was reiterated. Like, remember that one time, Bob, when you're like,
Which is why now all Black Friday shopping is done online.
right? Amazon just shows up on them. I got 2 things coming tomorrow, and yeah, life
Is it
good.
really that bad
that though. I went shopping and that was fine. I went in and out.
Yeah,
of the
but
mall.
where did you go shopping?
Oh yeah, I was in Wisconsin, so I guess it wasn't that crazy.
So you were one of like what 5 people in the entire state?
I guess so.
Right.
Yeah, I was in upstate New York, and from across the street from the hotel there was a Rite Aid. There was a line out the door at Rite Aid.
For what?
Rite Aid. Yes.
Didn't they stop selling cigarettes?
No, that's CVS.
No, that's CVS.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Maybe they got the word out. Yeah, cigarettes are gone. I gotta get them now. But no,
Well, you could buy booze there. I don't.
but
Are you allowed
I
to
don't
do Black
understand
Friday sales on booze?
I don't understand where people devalue their time to the point of doing that. Like it just, how long did there was people intense at Best Buy on like Tuesday.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Like if you were working making $12 an hour, like think of the money you just lost by sitting there taking that time off of work when you could have the money you saved just could have made back when you worked and made. I don't even know how to talk anymore. No, that's how riled up. That's how irritated I get.
Breathe.
No, because like they don't think. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
8 times 12 is what? 96.
Yeah.
3 days. That's $300. You saved like $40 on that stupid whatever you bought.
And your net loss for the 3-day
Right.
period is no people don't think ahead.
No,
we don't. How many times have we had this conversation?
Doctor wonders why I have high blood pressure.
I don't need a pill. I need to be allowed to kill.
because
you're worrying about nonsensical shit.
No, I keep doing the math, and I need to stop doing the math. Like, don't you know that it doesn't make sense? Go on Amazon. So, like every time, like Free Press. That's all I was doing on Facebook. Free Press would put an article out like Black Friday deals. Do you find any? I'm like Amazon.com. Found all of them.
Yep.
Like found every one of them. Free shipping. It's on my porch tomorrow.
Yeah, Amazon Prime.
I'm in my slippers,
Amazon Prime.
drinking coffee, watching Netflix.
Speaking of
when you
stuff
ordered
showing up
it-
on your porch, are you? Is there room left on your porch now?
No, because there's 2 things coming tomorrow. That's going to be the whole porch. I do not want to. I'm not looking forward to those things showing up.
You're gonna call Mark to come put stuff together.
Absolutely.
again?
I have a $50 bill and a big cheese from Little Caesars with your name on it. Get your ass over
That
here.
he's all about now again.
Oh yeah, exactly, exactly.
Bring a screwdriver.
So speaking of Facebook and stupid
And maths.
and will people stop posting the stupid privacy thing? Did you guys see this thing that people are
Facebook does
posting?
not care what meme you put up there.
They're posting like if like almost like their own terms. Like people,
You know what? I'm going to do a Dave Father moment here. For
this
the
is all
moment.
you.
Because for the love of God, people, here's how this works. There is nothing you can post on Facebook that will alter your user agreement with them, their terms of service, their terms of use. There's no such thing as the Burner Convention, which is the one that's quoted in there quite frequently. And just shut up and stop worrying about it for the love of God. It's not that hard to figure out. That's like it drives me batshit crazy that there are all these people copying and pasting that stupid nonsense on walls everywhere, and it's cluttering up my feed when it does absolutely nothing. There is nothing. There's no change that's coming. Their Facebook isn't changing anything. In fact, they're making their privacy controls apparently easier to understand. Finally,
But as
for the
if
love
you
of God.
can post your own legal documents that the Facebook
Well,
has to comply.
It's like I always, you know what? You've got your job. Like, okay, I want you to write down on a piece of paper that I get 50 weeks of vacation a year and I triple my salary. And then walk into your boss's office and slide that across the table and see how that works out for you.
Yeah.
That has the same net effect of posting stupid crap like that on your Facebook wall.
Oh, my
Stop
boss
it.
hates me. Oh wait, I hope he's not listening to this.
It's nothing.
Never mind.
Yeah, and it's like it's not the first. This is what the 3rd or 4th time this has come up
Oh,
in the past
yeah.
2 years.
Yep.
And I don't understand why it won't die.
People have a short attention span.
I have IT people that put it up.
I know.
Then I have of course I have Internet Kid meme going.
They should
all
have
my
their-
information's private.
Take their IT
You know.
card and revoke it. That's what needs to happen with that.
And it's like I don't even know what. It's like one of those things. It's like I want the line from Airplane when she's sitting in the seat. And I just want to shake and smack everyone
with a huge, big, giant line behind you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And everyone just stands in line, and you just sit in that chair, and we shake you, and then we smack you in the mouth, and the next.
And the
Can
guy
we
with the
regulate
wrench.
everyone that posts that? Can we just auto delete their account and make them only use Google Plus?
Right. We had a guest that was
Back
here.
to AOL for you.
We had a guest
Right.
that was here in the studio that you know very well that posted it, and his friends just destroyed him.
That was Well, the best part is that
he leads CIO conferences.
Yeah.
I don't want to even talk about it anymore. Next. No, it's those.
Blood pressure, Bob.
Why do people? I don't even. As if you're going to post your own terms and conditions and they're going to comply.
Yeah, you are, and we've said it a million times. If you're not paying for a service, you are the service.
Just make a website going. Please don't steal you. By viewing this, you can't steal my credit card information.
Right.
By the way, here's my credit card.
Yeah. What? You didn't read the terms of service? Come on.
So speaking of stealing information, can we talk about that Uber app?
Oh, yeah. So that was and I remember because...
No, hold on a minute. Uber can kiss my ass. They're officially dead to me.
Why? Because they abandoned you at Muldoon's?
Yeah!
Twice. They abandoned him twice.
They wouldn't come from Birmingham to drive you 2 miles from Muldoon's to your house?
It. It's the day before Thanksgiving. I decided I'm going to teach the kids how it's done. So I went and threw down, right? And it's 2 a.m, and there's like 4 Ubers live, right? They're all in Birmingham.
Yeah.
And so the guy calls me and goes, "Where are you going?" I go, "I don't know, like a mile down the road." He goes, "I ain't coming down there to go a mile." And he hangs up on me. So I put Uber again.
Which you put your location.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that the Uber driver has to call you to say, hey, where you're going.
So then the other guy calls me. He ain't coming to get me. So I said, F it, and I started walking.
And
then what happened, Bob?
There's construction in my neighborhood, and my feet got stuck in the mud, and I face planted twice. And then when I got home, I forgot I did that, and I walked through my entire house looking for cheese. And I was awoken at 10 in the morning to the sounds of a vacuum cleaner, and I'm screaming, "Why is a vacuum cleaner on this early?" And she goes, "You had no idea you like traipsed your muddy, crappy shoes all throughout the house." And I go, "What were you looking for?" I'm like, "Cheese," you know. And then this should be a Godfather rant. So that's why Uber's dead to me, because 2 guys wouldn't pick me up.
That is pretty bad. The whole system is broken down. If they have to call you to find out what your destination, that's the whole point of the app.
That's where I went. He goes, "Where are you going?" I go, "Because I started at like one other bar, you know, and then they drove me."
It doesn't matter.
Where I ended. No, I know.
And the other,
just come get me.
The guy hung up on you.
Yeah,
I can't even figure out how to download it. Is that bad? My friends have it. I'm like, I don't know.
It might be for the best, though, because what hit the news
they have the internet and computers now, Bo, just to let you know.
Right. I know. I'm so bad with technology. My phone's battery is so bad.
Just hit the any key. It'll be fine.
You have a clam phone? Is that what it is?
I have an iPhone 4. I'm one of those people that I will get the iPhone 5 when the iPhone 6 comes out.
Oh, you cannot go to Starbucks with that phone. They will destroy you in there.
Or a Panera. Or a...
So what's going on with the?
But no, so it
data?
came out that the Uber app basically is leakier than hell and sends a whole bunch of data about you back to the mothership, including your call log, your call history, who you're calling, when you're calling. They said it may or may not be sending your SMS history back. They're not sure yet.
What are they doing with it?
Well, apparently they're not communicating with their customers because they're hanging up on them.
I don't know, but if you remember, and I swear to God, I will go back and pull up the goddamn episode right here if you try to call me out on this. When everybody was freaking out about the whole Facebook Messenger thing, and I made fun of them, and then I said, "Well, have you looked at the permissions that the Uber app wants?" And you were like, "Oh, it's Uber, it's harmless. No, nothing. They'll never do anything."
It's all harmless. I don't know what anyone's doing with any of that stuff. Like, what are you doing with it?
Well, the fact that they are doing it at all should be concerning.
Why does
like Flappy Birds wants my call log? Have it. I don't give it. I don't give a
Why
shit.
do you want some random developer in Korea knowing who you call?
What's it going to do with it?
Start calling people?
Go ahead. They're not going to answer. Prank call. Stupid. No, the thing that gets me with Uber's pissing me off now. There's 4 choices on the bottom. I just want to push button, bring car. I don't care Uber X, Uber
like
Black, SUV.
Yeah, Uber, rickshaw, all that stuff.
Yeah, and they're all like a different time and away. Just let me push a car or push a button, bring me car. Like I get it. Uber's for people.
They're overcomplicating it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. I want it simple, right? I can barely see the floor in front of me, right? And you're gonna make me decipher between 4 different Uber choices.
Well, and let's not forget we need to have a moment of silence. Or a good moment of laughter for Matt Thompson.
Oh.
who has become an Uber driver because he wanted to do that. And it's all fun and games until you pick up the drunk couple the night before.
They had a reversal of fortune. Is that what it's called?
Yes, exactly. And yes, and they horked all over the back. Of
Coney pukes.
Yeah.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, poor. We love you, man. That's rough.
Didn't he get to charge him $200?
Well, he doesn't. Uber does.
Oh.
I don't know what if anything.
Yeah, but he's
sees out
stuck
of
cleaning
that,
it up.
Yeah, you're still card.
No, take it to Jack's. He's not stuck cleaning nothing. Sorry, guys. I'm an Uber driver. I'm sure it's not the first time.
I'm sure people have yacked in the back of Ubers before. I'm stunned we never have.
But that's probably why that guy hung up on you, because he could tell that you were inebriated and didn't want to have you puking all over the back of his car.
Why? Because I said I'm going home.
Right.
I'm just going a couple minutes down the road to my house. But I mean, how many? So let me ask you a question. We're boozers, right? When you throw up, like, don't you just say like, "Dude, pull the car over. I gotta."
Dude, the worst part is
let me out.
He was parked.
Oh my God.
He was parked, and she did not think to open the door.
Rookies, I swear to
amateur. That's why
you
you
get
go
your
out.
shirt like other people.
That's why. That's why I don't go out anymore. That's amateur night.
My God.
I can't hang with. Nah.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad I went out. It was a reunion. It was other people. They all come out of the woodwork. They're all home. It's the way it always was. But what? No, but seriously, why is so? You're mad about Uber having this data?
Yes.
But what are they? Again, answer me what they're doing with it.
I don't know.
No one knows what they're doing with it.
It's not like they can. Is it metadata or is it personal?
No. Dude, it's your call log and your call history.
But if I'm calling
it's like somebody
you,
dumping your phone.
What are they going to do? Who cares?
I don't know. But why do they need it?
Again, the only problem is if they tell your wife stuff she shouldn't know. That's when you should be upset.
It's just one more entity that can blackmail you.
That's right. Yeah, one more entity that gets subpoenaed in the divorce proceeding.
Dave is calling a Jennifer 42 times a day.
Again,
what the hell are they going to do with it? They can blackmail everyone on all the things.
It could be.
Mr. Wallenspiel, I know you've been ordering.
This is the reason.
I don't know what the hell.
We've seen your text messages.
Reason 487 why none of us can run for office.
Right. Yeah. That's Uber. Yeah. Uber's gonna scam everybody on running for political office.
We're running for office. Here's the book. Have fun with it.
Right. Exactly. Read through all of this. When you have questions, when you're done, ask.
Yeah.
I will not apologize for any of it.
Nope.
No retractions.
Own all of it.
Did it. Yeah. As if you didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're just still pretending that you didn't.
Right. What the hell else is going on?
Well, the Star Wars trailer did hit the web.
Volume 72,000, Why I Hate People. What are you going to complain about?
The Star Wars trailer?
Yeah. Everyone's going nuts. Complaining.
Well, the
R2-D2 soccer ball wasn't cool enough. The popsicle stick fudgicle thing wasn't fast enough. No, did you see the...
That's right. She looks like she was driving a popsicle.
That's what someone memed a
fudgicle.
Right. But like everyone's like, why does this lightsaber's got little sticks on the side? Stupid.
Well, the best one I saw about the lightsaber was it was in the shape of a cross. So now Star Wars is religious.
Did you see the best photoshops of the
it had all the little things coming out of it?
Yeah, there was the Swiss Army one, but then there was him standing there, and then Jesus coming out from behind the trees with a cross lightsaber.
Oh, awesome!
Well, the people had a field day with it. There's like 30 seconds of nothing. It was nothing.
No. Everybody was just out of breath and excited.
Right, but I think the best was the George Lucas reboot of it, which like added all the
it's on the wall,
the special editions.
Yeah,
so stupid. People have way too much free time.
Dude, I was impressed that the Lego versions came out as quickly as they did.
Yeah, the Lego things actually came out before that George Lucas special edition version.
I'm too busy watching it and not like seeing it and going, oh, I must make meme.
Yeah,
I must make Lego video. Like Jesus Christ, the
three of us spent the weekend watching it. And somebody spent the weekend creating a new version of it.
Right.
I'm just happy seeing it. I'm not going to go on the internet going stupid.
Right.
Worst trailer ever. They're not following the story. Dumb.
Although there was one interesting thing that somebody mentioned in all seriousness is that they are going away from the whole episode 7 in the
in the title.
Yeah, the prequels had the whole episode 1, 2, 3, blah 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 in the title. This does not.
Cares?
Enjoy
the damn movie.
No, the reason why is because that whole
God.
episode 1, 2, 3 thing has been tainted because of how bad those movies
I
were.
liked episode 1. Everyone kissed my ass on that.
Yeah.
I did.
Anyway.
What do you want?
Get out.
It's a movie.
Get out. Like episode 1.
I did. It was good.
What else do you have?
What do people want? Honest to God. You spent $8 and you got entertained for 2 hours, but you need to dissertate it as if it's like your Bible. Well, for you it probably is.
Kinda. What do you want from me?
Nothing.
So we've got the Internet of Things is going to be used for bad things and killing people. Apparently, that was So apparently, people have found a way to hook into and locate pacemakers remotely.
Stop.
What?
And they are basically extorting money from the people that have those pacemakers.
Get Alan back in here.
How are they? Wait.
A pacemaker has an API?
Yeah.
That's
why?
Because they talk back to a central server so they can be monitored and all that kind of stuff, and somebody found a way in.
Why would a pacemaker need to talk back to a central monitor? Isn't the whole thing is like to shoot an electrical spark through your system?
Hey, Bubba, you're screwed. If you're listening. If not, I'm going to text you right now.
Yeah, so I mean,
what's the crap that you have to put on your wallet so you can't the RFID blocker? He's going to have to wear like a suit of armor.
So when you see somebody walking down the street wearing tinfoil across their chest, you know they're in a
it's nuts, and that's what they're saying is But again, I mean, it's one of those things where it seemed like a really good idea at the time to have those pacemakers talk back to a central server so they could be monitored for things like battery life and when they need to be
hackers
replaced.
will never fight.
When they started it, 6, 8, 10 years ago,
chain is only as strong as its weakest link. So
right.
if somebody can hack into a server remotely somewhere, somehow secured, that's no longer secure.
We need to hack everyone's nests, and when they're gone for work, turn their house up to like 90 degrees. I think that'd be awesome.
I thought somebody already did that.
Yeah, somebody already did that.
Yeah.
It's been done.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, here's an idea. Let's make your thermostat internet enabled.
Right. Yeah, what can possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
Why is
Well,
the
it's like
house
we were talking with
flooding too?
Alan with the Internet of Things. It's like, let's put an API in your refrigerator. So I'm going to hack your refrigerator and melt all of your ice cream.
I don't want an API in my refrigerator.
I want to melt people's ice cream, though. That'd be awesome.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you would just go through and turn everything off.
Exactly.
Right.
Or no, strobe. So when you open it up, it just strobe lights. Exactly. Exactly.
All right, well, hey, we are due for our first break.
Yep, we'll be back with Ryan from Hemingwrite. Did I say Ryan?
Adam.
Yes,
Adam.
See, I told you.
He was close. You were close.
He's not even
four letters.
and he's not even drinking tonight. So
I know. This is the IT and the D Show.
We'll be right back.
Live from the Raw Radio X studios in downtown Detroit, this is the IT in the D Show.
Hi, I'm Brittany Daniel from The Game, and you're listening to IT in the D Show.
The IT in the D Show is brought to you in part by Logicalis. Logicalis is an international IT solutions and managed services provider with expertise in communications and collaboration, data center, and cloud services. Employing nearly 3,700 people worldwide with more than 20 offices in the U.S., including 2 in Metro Detroit. Find out more at us.logicalis.com.
This is a previously recorded episode of the IT and the D Show.
What's that?
All right, we are back. Segment 2, episode 68, the December 1st edition of the IT and the D Show. We're sitting here in the Raw Radio X studios, Russell Industrial Center, beautiful Midtown Detroit, Michigan. This is Bob the Sales Guy here with Dave the Geek. Jeff, the voice of reason. Hit us up online, itandthed.com. Twitter, Facebook. Do we have an Instagram? We should get an Instagram.
We don't want
No.
Instagram.
No?
Because it would be nothing but memes.
No photo records.
Oh, that's a good call. We forgot in segment 1, we just to let everyone know, we have our year-end Christmas event, December 11th, Falling Down Beer Company, 5 o'clock. We're raising
2270 East 10 Mile Road.
10 and a Quinder. They're closing the place down for us. We are raising money and collecting toys for Operation Kid Equip for their Santa toy program, the Elf Tour.
Yep.
So, and he's it's a real good program. They're giving, he works with schools that are 70% plus free lunch program. So, I mean, these are kids that normally wouldn't get a great Christmas, and we're all lucky doing what we do for a living, so we're trying to give back a little bit.
Well, and I got a great message from Dennis over at Wonder World Comics. He said, hey, I just want to make sure, I know what date and all that stuff to show up. And I was like, I gave him the date, location, and all that stuff. And he's like, okay, good, because I've got,
500 Matchbox cars and like 200
insane,
coloring
dude.
kits and all that stuff.
Kind of just like detour them to my house.
Yeah, and so so I forwarded that to Menachem, and I'm like, "You're not just showing up in your little tiny car, are you?"
That's crazy cool, Dennis.
We might just actually put all the other stuff into Dennis's car,
right? Yeah, and just drive to the warehouse.
Yeah. We said it in the last episode, and I want to reiterate: this is 100% pass through to Operation Kid Equip.
Yeah, we get nothing.
They're there.
We get nothing.
We get nothing.
Operation Kid Equip's expenses are minimal. They're nothing. It's not the United way that 7% goes to the cause. This is everything's getting passed through. So
and it's local. I mean, that's the important part.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
all Metro
it's
Detroit.
local kids. It's everything they do is local. Which
no
is
CEO
awesome.
making $600,000.
Right. Yeah.
I hate that we have to say it, but we do.
Yeah. So yeah,
I think it's awesome that Mark is shutting down Falling Down Beer Company for us. So I made the joke last week. Do we need press passes to get into our own
event? Well, I guess that's a good point. I mean, we are going to have the live broadcast remote unit out there. The Get Your Geek On guys are going to be out there doing a live broadcast from our event. So we'll have them, and we've apparently going to have a couple of the wrestlers stopping by, and we're going to have some of Ricky's.
I don't know where
rock and
everyone's
roll
going
friends
to
are gonna
stand.
show up.
So if you're actually going to show up to that event, you might want to get there early.
Right. Yeah, should be.
Or you're going to be outside.
So
there's
I
not
know
going to be
our-
a tent in the back either.
We'll be back in the brewery. No big deal.
That's true.
So on to our first guest. When Dave was on Flashpoint in Channel 4, he found out, Devin Skilling found out Dave was a techie. First thing out of Dave was on Flashpoint.
Ooh. Come on, Jeremiah. Where's the slow clap?
So the exactly.
There you go.
Yay. So when Devin found out Dave was a techie, first thing out of his mouth was like, "Have you guys seen Hemingwrite?"
Like
no, should we? He goes, "Yeah."
Oh, he was like, I love it when I get to tell geeks something, something.
Yeah,
geeky.
he was so happy to get one over on Dave. So shot a message on Facebook, and lo and behold, the next week here we got Adam here from Hemingwrite. Appreciate you coming out.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So Hemingwrite, I mean, it's a really cool thing. I mean, and it's Devin was really kind of geeked about it because he's like, I like being able to isolate myself off from the world and. Excuse me. So I mean, for those that don't know, I mean, and you're out at Hemingwrite.com, WRITE. What is it? I mean, I don't know that I could do it justice.
Sure. Yeah, it's a digital typewriter, for lack of a better term, and we've called it all sorts of different things: word processor, digital typewriter, watered down computer. But it's kind of its own thing when you kind of get into it. But it's really just a straightforward writing composition tool.
Well, I kind of talked to you before the
That
show.
has kind of an old school look to it. I mean, that's
yeah. Well, what's old is new.
I
again,
actually
right?
remember having one of these like in the mid '90s,
right,
when typewriters, were morphing into the word processor thing. It had a little mini screen on it.
Yeah. So we have a mini screen, but it's the whole intent of this thing is to do one thing and do it as best as it possibly can. So, it's designed 100% for writing composition, and everything is designed around that fact. So
you're not getting Skype notifications or text
no
or
notifications,
email. It's just like, hey, I'm going to get my stuff. And it's funny because we get it. We adopt all this new technology from the old stuff. Then the old stuff is the stuff we crave, right? Because it helps us do our. We're getting too ADD that we need this now.
All right, so this little typewriter thing. So it's got a little mini screen. So the sole purpose is to write a short story, a blog post. How is it connected to an internet-enabled device or your computer?
It is. It's very much part of the Internet of Things, if you will.
Okay.
It's got a Wi-Fi connection. So the idea is you do your drafting on this tool, on the Hemingwrite, and then you go easily onto your computer and do the editing, sending.
So it spits out
all
like
that
a
stuff.
raw text file or something?
Yeah, text.
Okay.
Yep.
Very
so
cool.
and we have it so that you can integrate it into Evernote, Google Drive, Dropbox, so that it's very easy to go from your drafting process to your editing.
So, who's the target demographic for it? Like, I mean, who needs / wants a Hemingwrite machine?
Right. First of all, my partner and I are not even writers, which is almost embarrassing to say.
Okay.
But,
so you're not your own target market.
Well, no.
It's like beer drinkers opening a brewery, or non-beer drinkers.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm an engineer, and Patrick is a software developer, and I think we thought of this thing as something that could help us, being non-writers, but people that wished we could put prose together.
Sure.
Right.
Without being distracted.
Yeah, I mean, writing is actually is really simple in its essence, right? You just put words together, but it's really freaking hard, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Staring at a blank page is hard.
You know, I mean, especially for someone like me. I mean, other people certainly can do it very well, but, you know, someone like me needs all the help that we can get. So we thought of this tool as something that would streamline the process for us, try to take some of the friction as well.
Like I'm totally going to post that picture because it looks like a speak and spell, and it's like I feel like I have to have that.
I'm not sure if that's a compliment. But.
Great radio, Dave.
No, that's why I said I'm going to post it out because, of course, dude, I love speak and spell. Of course, it's a compliment.
Dave, make it say poop.
Hold it upside down.
Exactly.
Is it weird that we were just Googling it too as we were talking? We're like, oh, let's check this out.
I'm glad you can find it. That's all I care about. Really.
Right.
That's great. Yeah, it's a weird thing, but we've found that since we've put this thing on the internet, we've heard from so many different types of people that write. People that we had never expected to even care about this thing at all.
I mean, is this going past the curly mustache guy? Like,
oh yeah, I mean, we didn't. It's not meant to be like a hipster nostalgic tool. It's not a.
I mean, if they want to buy it, fine.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. We will take your money from any era, but it's not designed for that. I mean, it really is meant to be a professional tool. And so, you know, we've heard from everyone from best-selling authors, novelists, to screenplay writers, very vocally actually, even comedians and songwriters. You know,
really?
Yeah, I mean, people we would have never expected to care about this thing at all have just, you know, kind of overwhelmed us with, when is this thing coming out? Can I get it for Christmas? And, you know, hopefully it's not too expensive.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, the funny thing is, I mean, we just put this out there.
But I mean, has there been a common thread of why they're interested in it or why the demand is there?
Yeah, for writers or people that try to write, they instantly recognize how difficult it is to write on their computer, and so that was what actually provoked us to do something with this idea and not just let it sit on the shelf. Because, you know, we have ideas all the time. And there's lots of products that we could, or projects we could spend our time on. But once we started doing a little bit more research on how actual writers write, I was really surprised about what great lengths writers will go to not write in the traditional way, i.e. using a modern laptop. Some people certainly do. So, you know, that being said, but there's a lot of writers out there that we heard from who will carry 2 laptops around with them, one with just writing software and one with nothing, and one with everything else.
If you think about it,
really?
Yeah, or people that, you know, certainly there's tons of people that are using distraction-free software.
Yeah, I was going to say WordPress has that version, or the feature distraction-free writing, where it clears out everything else on your screen.
So for people that write in these days, they completely understand distraction-free.
Yeah.
How many writers, I mean, just curious, how many writers or people in that industry, screenplay writers, I wouldn't assume a lot of them are techies, right? So I could see this being as a key to, oh my God, I got to update my stupid virus protection or stupid Java's got to update, where this thing just, hey, I'm just going to, you know, do what I want to do and not worry about updating or maintaining.
When you're using a computer, you're using a multi-purpose tool that has so much other stuff on it, right?
$2,000 Facebook machine.
Right. It has your whole life on it, right? And it's not only is it, you know, reminding you about emails and all these other things, but it's also, you know, your life as opposed to your creative outlet in a lot of ways.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I've seen it just sitting down writing blog posts. Like if I like sitting down to write something, and I get an email notification, I whip over. I get a Facebook notification, I whip over. I'm not gonna tell you that I don't see
on the
value
flip side
to
of
it.
that coin. Reading. I mean, I have an iPad. I have a Kindle. So I would much rather read a book on a Kindle, because I don't want to have that distraction of Twitter notifications and all that stuff on the iPad, because I can read the same book on the iPad.
Right.
You know, the Kindle app is there, but I'd rather read it because the Kindle does one thing.
It's been funny because some people have emailed us and said, hey, you guys know that word processors used to be out there.
Yeah.
And, you know that typewriters, they stopped making those, right?
Yeah,
you know,
for a reason.
Are you sure that you know?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we've Googled.
There's a market
we've
for
Googled it, you
Right.
know. But it is something different. I think once it comes out, people will be, you know, the devil's in the details, right? I mean, it's just like, one of the big differentiators is that, unlike a typewriter, this has digital documents and it stores everything in the cloud. So, people really like typewriters. There's still a group of people that like to type on a typewriter. They like to do journaling. They like to do their manuscripts.
So what's the form factor like? Is it mobile? Are you going to walk into Starbucks with this thing, or is it, intended for desk?
I call it semi-portable because it's
like 1986 laptop portable. Is that
it's
like bag phone portable?
It's like 54 pounds.
No. It's designed to be about 4 pounds, so it's about the size of a midway laptop.
1998 laptop.
The problem is, people think of like things that they take around these days as the thinnest, slimmest MacBook Airs, But this is not really designed to be that. We want to have functionality first,
right?
And so that means a full size, really nice keyboard. That's kind of what.
Do the keys on the keyboard click? Click, click, click.
Yeah, they click. Not heavy, aggressive clicking. But
very cool.
I couldn't bring one here tonight, unfortunately, but. It's a great kind of tactile experience. That's the first thing that everybody recognizes. As soon as they touch the first key, they're like, "Oh wow!"
Oh, it's nostalgic.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and it's just a different typing experience altogether.
Oh, very cool. No, I mean that's awesome. So, I mean, so you said one of the questions you're getting is, when is it going to be out? Is it going to be out before Christmas? I'll ask you the same question. When is it going to be out? What's the scoop?
Yeah, the short answer is it's not going to be delivered before this Christmas. That's what everybody wanted to know. And it's like, we just made the prototypes
it's
and
today.
And
it's society. So want now.
Right. Yeah. So
you can't 3D print this thing like right now for me?
Come on.
Yeah.
No. Wish you could though. They will be open for pre-sale very shortly.
Okay.
And they'll be shipping mid next year.
Okay. Well, yeah, and I noticed, on the site you've got a little pop-up as soon as you hop in, there'll fly out that says, "Hey, you're here early."
Yep.
Sign up to get notified and special offers and deals and all
that
stuff.
So for everyone that's listening, be sure to put your email in that pop-up, and it doesn't matter which one, whether it's the top or the bottom one, and you'll be notified when they go for sale.
And I'll get 10 emails from you a day, like I do a bullet.
Yeah, right.
at least
next Black
But
Friday.
actually, not from the unit itself.
But you won't be. Yeah, you won't get them on the Hemingwrite, so you're good to go.
So I guess it's you said it's connected to the cloud and all that kind of stuff. I mean, is it is it Wi-Fi? Is it how does that? I mean, for the geeks out there, I sit there and I type and then.
Right. So you sit there and you type, and it shows up in the cloud, whether it's Dropbox or Evernote.
Well, but how?
So,
is it making a Wi-Fi connection?
Yeah, it's Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi.
Is it usable without a Wi-Fi connection?
Yes.
Is there like a memory limit?
Yeah, there's local storage. So we want people to be able to take this off the grid, go to their cabin, go to the beach, go to wherever they want to write. That's really important. Because
all the places that we bitch that there needs to be better Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Yes. You can use it with your 1G connection.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, there's local storage. And the great thing is we're storing text. So it's basically
nothing.
like you can
write
your whole life
forever,
and your children's lives, and you'll never reach the capacity even these days.
You've never seen our list of blogs that we have.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, then again, half the storage is probably memes.
True.
Right.
So, and if you don't know yet, that's fine. Or if you don't want to get it, what's the price point on something like this going to be?
Yeah. So, final price point will be given out when we go for pre-sale.
Okay.
But
I was going to bring up the Crickets app.
Where's the sound effects?
I almost thought you were going to say the price, but then you kind of
No. I've been media trained.
So how are you getting the word? I mean, just curious. I know you can't talk about the price, but how are you getting the word out now?
We'll get the price out of them.
Free beer, free beer, free beer, free beer, free beer, 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 beer.
Have you tried the Mother Cluster beer?
Here, have another Slim Jim.
No, but I mean, as far as getting buzz, I mean, I don't want to say it's masterful, but how does one go about getting buzz out for something that doesn't exist, right? And getting good buzz.
You have another one. Sorry, I got super excited.
Oh, we have two more. Super, super excited?
I'm finished.
All right, fill her up.
Welcome to the IT and the D show. We have beer.
I had a stressful day.
Don't be shy. If you want more beer, just ask.
Yes.
But going back to buzz though, I mean, how did you guys work on getting buzz out?
He gets guys like Devin Skillian walking around to guys like me going, "Hey, have you heard?"
I wish I could have planned that.
He had like 7 seed
It's all
units
part of
for
our master plan.
yeah.
You know, the
I'm like, what are you, an investor? What are you doing?
Never met him before.
Yeah, I was talking about it
we're
for
Twitter
15
friends.
minutes.
Yeah. No, you know what? I mean, we
No such
originally
thing as Twitter
all we did
Hashtag
was
winning.
we entered this competition. So we entered this Engadget hardware competition. We used that really as a deadline for ourselves to put something together.
Okay.
You know, and not just kind of keep it in the back burner for years.
Right.
And so we made that hard deadline. We put it on their site. Admittedly, it didn't get that much exposure from them, but it got just enough to get the first big article.
Right.
And then the first big article led to another one, to another
Well,
one.
you would assume
And-
something like an Engadget conference.
Yeah.
They're looking at that going, pfft.
Oh, actually, can we just got a thing in from Twitter? Can it write code C++ Flash JavaScript, or that's not off the?
That's really off topic. No,
it's a word processor. Not
it's a word
No,
processor.
I mean, didn't know if there
Well,
was
it's writing text, right?
Well,
so you could, conceivably, you could write text.
Yeah, you can write code in it
Sure,
and
you
save
can
it
write
off
code
and
in it,
then go
exactly.
compile it somewhere. Yeah.
Does anybody write code longhand like that?
How do you think code is written?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bob, it's time to delete your copy of Front Page, Bob.
View source copy. View source copy paste. Yeah.
So the answer to the code question is you can write code in it. People have asked for Vim, which is the editor that people use.
Right.
That's not the top of our priority, but stepping back, we're going to have an API for this thing. So it's not going to have apps. I hate the word apps. I hate apps, period. But it will have what we're calling something that's not apps, maybe like extensions or a way to get your writing into the format that you want it to be in.
Okay.
And so, and it also will be hackable. I mean, let people go to town on this thing. This is the first word processor or word-focused device that has been built in the last decade. Right?
Yeah.
So is this a Linux machine? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that should be fairly open.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're fine with that. That's a great way to let the community find out, or basically tell us what's really important.
Right.
So happy to let them do that. In terms of buzz, though, I mean, we've just been lucky. It's one of those things where you can go to startup schools, read all the books you could ever want to read on generating marketing buzz, and the silliest thing for us is that we made a tool for writers.
Yeah.
So writers want to write about it, regardless of who they are.
Brilliant.
No, but you see,
slide 2, profit.
You see these days, the people that make really cool products are getting the really cool exposure, right? Like the new luggage, right? That's got the app that attaches to it and locks it and has GPS.
Yeah.
The cooler that's got all the stuff.
Cooler, yeah.
I mean, that's the stuff you see out there now. That's getting
they're like borderline human interest products, right? They're just things that people like.
Well, they're solving a problem you didn't know you had.
Right. Right. So I think that just worked in our favor. I think we were able to put together some nice looking product render / shots and kind of just served it up to them on a silver platter. I mean, that was one thing that we read and took to heart. Put out the press release, put a press kit together. I mean, we have like a 3-page boring
you do.
WordPress stock theme website, but we made sure to have a press kit.
Well, and it has everything, but there's everything that anything that you need to know is out on the website. It really, really is.
Yeah.
What's the website name again?
Hemingwrite.com.
R-I, not R-I-G-H-T.
W-R-I.
W-R. Just checking.
N-T. Big difference. Yes, because you kept saying Hemingway. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Did I say Hemingway?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. 2 or 3 times, and you also called him Ryan.
That was earlier.
No, so I guess, but before we wrap up the segment, I do want to make sure. So it is Hemingwrite, HEMINGWRITE.com.
Yes.
And you are on Facebook.
Yes.
Also at Hemingwrite.
Yes.
Twitter, also the same. And so all the stuff is out there, and they can contact you for more information. Everything they need to know is out on the website, all that fun stuff. Anything we haven't gotten to that you wanted to get out there?
Again, if you're interested in the product, we'd love to hear from you. Go on our website, sign up for our mailing list. We don't even have the time to email people, but we will eventually.
Right.
So, if you want to get news about the product, certainly do that. you can email me, Adam@Hemingwrite.com, or my partner, Patrick, or you can email both of us at hello@Hemingwrite.com. So,
well, and I feel like
free.
I feel like I have to ask the what is now almost the Shinola question, which is, is it Detroit enough?
Is it manufactured?
Like, where is this being made?
The
man?
process manufactured, produced in Detroit.
They've all been made with my hands in Ferndale. So
get out.
No, but it's cool. I mean, that's
Yeah.
awesome. You guys are doing it here locally. That's very cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many good reasons to do it here. So that's definitely our
Actually,
priority.
who you might want to hook up with, and we can arrange an intro. The guy from Original Sticks that does the cell phone cases that are made out of old hockey sticks. He actually has some really good hooks into some local facilities that you can use for like manufacturing, low cost, helping people find jobs, that kind of stuff. That might actually be really good for you going down the road. Just to keep it in mind. All right, so that is Hemingwrite.com, and they're on Twitter and the Facebooks and all that other stuff at the same location. And we're bouncing up against a break.
Cool. This is the IT and the D Show.
We'll be right back.
Live from the Raw Radio X studios in downtown Detroit, this is the IT and the D Show.
Hey folks, this is WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and you're listening to the IT and the D Show. Tough guy, ho!
A word from Quantum, a storage company with a different approach. Quantum offers industry-leading backup and DR solutions with products that integrate innovative deduplication, replication, and cloud technologies. Our archive solutions help you retain data longer and keep it accessible, leveraging technologies like direct object storage, intelligent tiering, and LTO. Quantum Scale-Out Storage is designed to accelerate complex information workflow. Powered by StoreNext 5, it is the industry's fastest streaming files system. Visit www.quantum.com for more information.
This is a previously recorded episode of the IT and the D Show.
Welcome back. Segment 3, the December 1st edition of the episode 68 of the In the IT and the D Show.
You're not even drinking.
I know.
Are you still talking? Was there a niner in there?
Apparently, you need to be drinking. That's the problem.
You know what? Yeah, I kind of call it. It's like Beer Fest where they don't know where the place is. Then the one guy's got to get drunk so they can find it.
Right.
So, we're here in the Raw Radio X
It's like
studios.
talking to Billy Saturday night. What does TSM mean? I don't remember. Well, let's get you drunk again, and you'll remember.
We are here in the Raw
Why don't
Radio
you
X
at your
studios in the Russell Industrial in beautiful Midtown Detroit, Michigan. Find us online, itandthed.com, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff.
Yep.
And then don't forget our December 11th charity event over at Falling Down Beer Company, 5 o'clock to ? Closing the place down, bring some toys for kids. Donate online. I think, Dave, you put a link up to...
Yep. It's in the Facebook event. It's in
you
the
updated
blog
all
post.
of the things.
If you can't make it, that'd be great.
Because we did. We had people that were asking us even at Stray Cat, like, can I donate online and all that kind of stuff. And again, because we have to say these things, the online donation is on the Operation Kid Equip website and goes straight to them. We don't even want to handle your money.
Exactly.
We're not in the business of holding people's credit
And they
cards.
are a 501c3, so I mean, it is tax deductible.
Yay.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Shelter,
For those people that are looking for those things.
Because forget about the kids. It's all about my write-off.
That's right. You still view your kids as you write off number 1, write off number 2, write off number 3.
Exactly.
Yeah. They have T-shirts for that, don't they?
If only it would remotely come close to what I paid.
Right. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So we got our second. We got great guests today.
Thanks.
We have
that dealt with hell to get here.
And they're putting up with us for staying.
Well,
with us?
no. I mean, to put it in context, so I felt bad because I was running around trying to get stuff done, and I missed your phone call, Bo. And I listened to the voicemail, and I'm like, holy crap, your studio got broken into, where you actually build all the stuff for Woodward Throwbacks. And so I called back, and I'm like, hey, if it doesn't, I get it. If it doesn't work, we can reschedule. If you guys just want to meet us here, whatever. But yeah, I mean, thanks for coming out in light of all the fun and excitement you've had this evening.
No problem. It was actually it's our new building, so all our tools, most of our tools were in our previous building that we're working on right now.
Good.
Yeah.
But
it still is like one really expensive equipment that
we just bought.
Yes,
a generator. Yeah, because right now the building is completely scrapped, so there's no electricity or plumbing, and so we really need the generator.
So you know damn well and good that it was somebody that saw you bring that in there.
Well, yeah.
They watched you bring it in.
Yeah, like
this
we
weekend
literally
with a jackhammer, so they saw us. We were making some noise.
Yeah. I know we should have took it back with us, but it was almost just like, oh well.
You should have covered it and made people think it's a bassinet.
You know what? Next time. Actually,
next time he's going back to the house.
Well, we're telling everyone like our
Let's
secret.
break in here. Oh no, there's a baby. Let's leave.
We're telling everyone our secret now, so it's not
That's a
gonna work
crib.
anymore.
That's not a generator. That's a crib.
But
It
yeah,
could have been worse.
It definitely
Yes.
could have been worse. There could have been a lot more equipment, but you know, it's a loss. But you know, we'll make things work.
No, so I mean, so Woodward Throwbacks. You know, you guys had reached out through the Facebook page, and I immediately loved it.
How was my grammar? Because my grammar was really bad, supposedly.
We don't care.
We don't care.
Okay, because he's just like, you need to work on this. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Did you just say with a straight face you don't care about grammar?
What am I, Andrea? No, I don't care about it. When it comes to stupid Facebook messages and that kind of stuff, no. Like if it's a post or something like that, yes, it'll drive me batshit crazy and I have to correct it. But dude, like sending somebody a message to no.
And a potential new guest for the show, who cares?
Where's your priorities?
Well, I'm glad it wasn't that bad.
No,
I'm glad we're here.
Yeah, we may have been intoxicated at the time anyway.
All right.
Anyway,
so and honestly, what caught my eye is, so I mean, you guys do stuff with reclaimed wood and license plates and all that other kind of stuff. But what caught my eye was the beer carriers, obviously. So
those those wood beer carriers?
With
those are cool as hell.
Hello, wake up.
Yeah.
We were just making some before we came here.
Yeah, we just made like
actually
5 or 6 of them before we came to get them on the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Awesome. We ran out of the ones that we had. All the license plates ones are sold out.
Get those over to
really.
Well, not all of them. Now we have new ones.
Now we have new ones.
They're really
as of 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
One of the coolest things.
Get them while they last.
That's not a bad idea. If you guys were smart, you would bring those to our event on December 11th, and I bet you would sell the hell out of them.
I bet you they could be a great auction item.
I don't think you would actually need a Kickstarter.
But no, we really do.
Help us, we're poor.
They need a generator.
No, one of the coolest items I own is during Prohibition, Pabst couldn't make beer, right? Because of Prohibition. So they actually made American cheese, right? Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You love cheese.
Oh, I do. So I have a...
He goes on quests for cheese, apparently.
I've known you for 46 minutes.
I wish I knew you earlier because I was just in Wisconsin to visit my sister, and I would definitely bring you back cheese.
Oh, no, I go on business there just for that.
Okay,
no, but
never mind.
But I have a wood crate that was Pabst cheese.
Oh, that's so awesome.
I keep my coasters there and stuff, but it's just like a little wooden, it's almost like a block of Velveeta, size. But anyway, it's cool. Like the whole what's old is new again, right? Now that everyone misses going to Town Club with a wooden crate and bringing back 24 bottles of soda, right?
Right.
The whole thing when I see the 6-pack of the wooden 6-pack, oh my god, that's so cool! I need to have one. So anyway,
they're fun. They do really well for us. It's been surprising. We started doing a lot more variations of them lately, which has been going really well for us too.
Yeah, and then mentioning the crates, we actually just developed a new design for our coffee tables. We've been reusing because we're really big antique people. Yeah. So whenever we go up north, we're always going shopping, and so we buy a ton of the Vernors and the Pepsi crates.
I felt him roll his eyes from here.
I love it. It's great.
No,
I love thrifting, honey, of course.
Yeah.
We're
really, for the business, Dave. It's for the business.
Right. For the business.
We're bad together because all right, we only have $100. Let's not go over. And then 5 minutes later, it's all right, go to the bank. We need cash. But
so it's us at Comic-Con.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
ATM machines are not your friend. Right?
Yeah, we
Dave,
try
it's
to
us anywhere.
Yeah, true.
We try to keep a budget, but on our Kickstarter, we take these crates and we make these awesome coffee tables, and it has glass and pin legs, so it's kind of mid-century style.
We combine 2 crates, and they have a glass top, so you can see through the crates, but the space between them is open.
Okay.
So you can see down on the floor, and there's hairpin legs on them. So it's like a mid-century vintage kind of piece.
What I just
but you
said,
can actually,
basically.
I like her.
Did she become a regular on the show?
Yes.
No, it's kind of hard to explain.
I believe that was her version of
"Shut up, Mindy." Oh, babe.
Oh, I'm used to it already.
I can see like even for the growlers that are in here, like Mark from Falling Down having like something that holds like 4 of them in a wood crate.
We're doing that would be awesome, like a growler carrier.
Yeah, that'd go over huge.
Yeah, I'm all in.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm actually making some custom growler carriers. Like they're 2-packs.
Yeah,
so they're really similar to our 6-packs with the handle on them. So carry them away. I'm making like 4 of them right now for a client.
So I mean, that's a good question. Let me so it isn't just the the beer carriers that you have, and so the crate tables. Like what other kind of products can people find? And I guess let's take a step back. So Woodward Throwbacks, why and like what's the foundation of what it is that you're doing?
I think why is it makes sense. Like me and Bo, we both live in the city, and we spend all our time in the city too. So obviously there's a lot of destruction and decay and. People use the city,
yeah,
and people use the city as a dumping ground.
I know, but you're not allowed to talk about it.
No.
Yeah,
no.
So I mean, it made sense. Like we wanted to clean up our area a little bit, and I always had a lot of passion with the woodworking, and she came along, and it's just made sense. It's gone way quicker than we ever imagined it would too.
Yeah, like I just joined him a while ago, and it's just like I designed cars at GM for my full time, and
we all have real jobs.
Yeah, but no, I love doing it, and like I don't know, it's kind of like a getaway because we always to find these wood, like I guess we bike around the city.
Yeah, we find the wood ourselves.
Yeah, so it's almost like an adventure in itself.
Is it only coming from the city, or are you guys going up to farms up north, or
sometimes? I mean, like. For all our small stuff, I say like 90% of it's like all from the city, But like if we're up north and if someone wants to give us wood, like we're gonna take it. It's still about like reusing, and so.
Sorry, my inner 11-year-old just took over.
Yeah. Oh God, that's bad. And I know what you're saying now. Yeah.
Wait, so how did I not hear that?
I heard. I let it
myself.
All right, is this your business? This is your full-time gig? Bo, you said you just joined, so this is not like.
I mean, I joined like in the beginning of it, but it was his idea initially, and then
and you have Cyber Monday deals going on. I just saw.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, the Facebook page is going crazy with that.
Yeah, we're trying to get rid of some inventory.
All right, so that leads me to another. So we talked about your new studio being broken into. You're trying to start a Kickstarter campaign, but how long have you guys been around? Like you talk about building inventory and
I think
blowing stuff out that you built a long time ago. So
I think it's been a year. You can find us at
Sorry, a little over. We've been at Eastern Market
every Saturday
for a little over a year.
Okay,
I was doing it a little bit before that, but just kind of getting ready to start at the market. But so about a year.
Yeah, we've been around, and then we have some merchandise online, and then
so that's where you're selling this stuff. But like, where before this new studio were you making all this stuff?
Well, first, if you take it back a notch, first it was at his apartment, his little garage. We both lived in Brush. We both lived in Brush Park, and then we got priced out because things are getting a little too expensive. And then
hipsters moved in.
Right.
Oh God.
No, I think the hipsters moved out and the business people moved in.
I think that's what it was. And then I just bought a house in Corktown, and I have like a 3-car garage. So, I can't even say it's my garage; it's his garage because
she has a 3-car woodworking studio.
Nice.
Because I own nothing in there.
But we've outgrown that in like 3 months.
Yeah.
Awesome.
There's a lot of opportunities for us to have a lot of big projects, and so we're like.
So you literally cannot keep up with demand.
The beer crate's got a
bottle. Oh yeah, like we're polyurethane in my kitchen.
With.
And it's just
I'm sorry, we're having a total.
Working.
Yeah. No, I'm actually talking to them while they're actually perusing your inventory right now. So.
I really like the one with the Michigan license plates. That's a good one. With the beer opener.
Bob's just realizing that it comes with an opener. Too.
Oh yeah, all of them, and they have our logos engraved on the side too.
My molars will thank that.
Right.
My mom's a dentist. I'll let her hear you say that. No, but we also make some other signs. There could be like in your kitchen or a bar, and they're like a wooden sign that says like, "Go ahead, take your top off," or it says "Drink local," and there's like a Michigan mitten carved down the top. And right now it's in my kitchen. I feel like I'm drinking more beer than normal because it's so accessible. Because usually it's just like, all right, who has an opener?
Yeah.
Definitely not using my teeth. So.
So the material that you have on hand obviously dictates what you can build. Like, how are you keeping up with demand for like if the 3 of us or the 4 of us say, hey, I all want that 6-pack carrier, and you literally don't have the material to make it. Like,
yeah,
how do you balance that?
That's a good question. I think part of that has to do with luck. I mean, we've been very fortunate to have a lot of material on hand for something arises, and we can kind of, make do with what we have. But like I said, we are also local, so whether we're driving around our car or our bikes, we're always looking out.
Right.
So if someone's like, "Oh, hey, I want this," I'm thinking, about a week ago, I saw a pile of wood thrown out somewhere, and you go back, it's still there. So you just pick it up and you use it. Like, good example, we did a bar for Detroit City Distillery, just a little bit ago, and that was one thing too. Like, we had a lot of the wood, but I had to go out, and there was a house in North Corktown that was burnt out and fell over. I went over there and grabbed a ton of wood, and we finished the bar in 3 days.
Hey, business should be good at the Heidelberg.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
No, we shouldn't even
Too
joke
soon.
about that. That's very sad.
So you're literally driving around the city with like a Sanford and Son pickup truck type of thing.
Well, in the summer we bike. I feel like.
Well, I mean, like you bike by a wreck in the city, you're not going to throw on the back of your bike, right? So you go back.
Come back.
I'm coming, Elizabeth.
We usually write little notes like, all right, this street. Or we're like, oh my God, don't turn down that street.
Right.
So we put notes to ourselves.
Mark it off like, a quarantine area.
Abandon all hope. You enter here. Yeah.
But I mean, the one reason why we like biking around instead of just driving, because it almost, gives us
well, you're forced to slow down and actually take a look.
You're observing things, not driving by.
Yeah, because everyone in Detroit, they think, oh my God, it's coming back. And there's a lot of opportunities. But if you go outside of Midtown and I'm actually trying to say really important. But if you go outside of Midtown and downtown.
Keep going.
It's
some background
really.
music.
What song is this?
The Sanford and Son. She's too young for that.
I'm sorry.
Before our time.
It's on TV Land, and I still watch it all the time. It's hilarious.
Anyways.
No, but I mean, it keeps us humble because once you go outside, like the, Midtown, downtown, Corktown area, there's a lot that's there that, hasn't been touched.
There's a lot of
in
problems.
years. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of problems. So it keeps us humble, and it's just like, people are like, oh, Detroit's so safe. It's awesome. It's just like, yeah, but.
Our studio just got broken into tonight.
Yes, our studio's got broken into.
We've been there for one day.
It's very unfortunate.
Well,
welcome to the neighborhood.
Yeah, have you run into a problem where you're taking wood from a location and somebody's like, hey, you can't take that. What's going on? Why are you taking that?
No, I think we've been really careful. I'm the lookout. He usually does.
I think you make it sound like it's illegal. I mean, is what you're doing technically fine? Okay, illegal.
Oh, that could be their tagline: "Made with stolen goods."
Nice. So
well, I mean,
before I shoot this out, I just want to be. So it is W Throwbacks on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're really bad with Twitter.
I don't even know.
Yeah. we use Instagram and Facebook daily.
Yeah. I can look right now too.
I got you.
So, are you collaborating with anybody doing like the demolition works? And like, I know someone that's got like.
Well, I want to hear about this illegal thing.
Yeah, no, I was gonna get to this. Like, we always tell people at the market, like, we don't go to houses, like, we don't tear anything off the walls.
It's not like you're stripping copper.
No, yeah, exactly. We're not scrapping. Like, we're literally going to like construction companies dumped a pile of like waste in a lot. If someone has a problem with that,
never happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you're actually helping the city in a
yeah,
way.
we're cleaning up. Like we don't take a
Too
hammer
bad you
with
can't
us.
make art out of mattresses or anything.
Yeah,
I know.
Or tires.
Right.
Tires.
Yeah.
Well,
There was tires on our roof that we've thrown in our dumpsters.
What? Did. Yeah, there was
How's
one.
that happen?
Oh, people
one
stuff
tire.
houses with tires.
Oh yeah, I've seen
all over.
Yeah.
Oh, it was horrible. I saw that too.
Yeah, that was really bad.
Yeah. But no, so, I mean, we found so many cool things, like, just, like, on the side of the roads, like, chairs, and, like, he found this one, like, long wooden couch that he, like, cut in half and made this, like, lounge.
A love seat out of.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just, like, stuff like that. So, I mean, there's so many companies, I feel like, nowadays that are deconstructing houses, but, I mean, we don't have the knowledge and the resources to do so. So
We're not trying to.
Yeah, like, we're not trying to do that. I think illegal dumping is a whole nother matter that, needs to be addressed.
Sure.
So.
But it's cool what you're doing with it. I mean, you're making, you're taking what would be trash and you're making it something that's actually usable.
It beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's great.
No, it's fun too. Like she said before, like it's like a little treasure hunt all the time. Like
treasure.
Looking for treasure.
I want it now.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So just to be safe, so where do people find you online?
Online, it's woodwardthrowbacks.com. We're doing a Kickstarter right now, which is what we're trying to direct everyone to. We're about halfway to our goal, and then we're at Eastern Markets on almost every Saturday We are
Weather permitting.
Weather permitting.
Right.
We are bad.
And so, what's the premise of the Kickstarter? Like, what's the end goal of getting funds from people?
It was to fix our studio. So first off, it's to get a generator. Yeah. No, it's to fix our studio. Yeah, exactly. Like, we need, like we touched on before, like we have such a demand right now. Like we've outgrown our space, so we need to get in this next space and start going bigger. I mean, we had like an email from like a national realtor today asking us if we could do wholesale. We have like people contacting us trying to do retail shops. Like we have
make me beer garden tables.
Wait, has Pottery Barn called you and said, "Hey, stop it"?
No, not yet.
I want beer garden. I want beer garden tables. I just had 2 sent in from Germany, but I want more.
Yeah. Well, we do a ton of
Where are you going to put them?
Yeah,
I'll always find places.
We do a ton of custom work, so custom projects are always welcome.
Yep.
But yeah, so the building, I think it will just help us,
especially for stupid white guys from the suburbs with a checkbook.
What you don't know is that Bob's going to be opening up his beer garden next door to your studio. You're just going to take the beer garden tables and move them across the street, and it'll be Bob's beer garden.
No, I got the hipster name generator on my phone. I'm just going to hit the third one, and that's going to be the name of the beer garden.
Only if we're invited, we'll help you.
You'll be there.
Schnitzel and lamb.
It'll be Creighton Beerl.
We were just there this weekend.
Hold on, let's go. Hipster name generator, go 1, 2, 3. Bone and column. I don't like that one.
Bone and column?
Wren and dovetail. I don't like that one either.
No.
Fortune and smoke.
Done.
Oh, done.
Sold.
That's kind of cool.
Brick and river. This is the worst app ever. Hill and burlap. Hill and burlap.
So woodwardthrowbacks.com, and then you guys said you do a lot out on Instagram. How do they find you there?
Woodward Throwbacks.
Yeah, Woodward Throwbacks.
Okay. And so the Kickstarter is linked to from your website, your Facebook page, all that stuff?
It's right on our homepage, on our website. It's on our profile on our Instagram, on our Facebook. We're putting links to it constantly.
Awesome.
So
no, very, very cool. So and we'll double back with you in the fourth segment. We are bouncing up against a break. So no, very cool. Thanks for coming out, and we'll talk more with you in just a minute.
No problem.
Thanks for having us.
This is the IT and the D Show.
We will be right back.
Live from the Raw Radio X studios in downtown Detroit, this is the IT in the D Show.
What's up, everybody? This is Billy Zapka. Sweep the leg. Listening to IT in the D Show. No mercy.
This is a previously recorded episode of the IT in the D Show.
Welcome back to the fourth segment of episode 68. This is the IT and the D Show. This is Bob the Sales Guy here with Dave the Geek. Jeff the Voice of Reason. We're in the Raw Radio X studios.
That means next week.
Russell is F69,
69.
You think I'm not drinking this week? Next week,
he's saving himself up.
We are here in the Raw Radio X studios in the Russell Industrial, beautiful Midtown Detroit, Michigan. As always, brought to you by Logicalis and Quantum Storage. Find us online, itandthed.com, Facebook.
Bob, you realize you made a
Twitter.
big mistake. You have all of this week off. You should have had all of next week off.
You didn't plan very well.
I'll be all right. I'll make it. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I guess again, just to hammer the point home, we do have the event next Thursday night. It's over at Falling Down Beer Company. It is for Operation Kid Equip, their Elf Tour. Should be a good time. We've got a lot of different.
Should be.
Yeah,
Should be.
It always is every year, and we've got a nice little wide cross section of humanity that's showing up. So it should be fun.
Speaking of Elf on the Shelf, that little voyeur showed up at our house again last night.
Of course he did. Yes, that's Well,
and the kids are all excited.
They're supposed to show up the day after Thanksgiving, Jeff. You're slacking.
No, it's December 1st for us.
Yeah, well, it's when Santa Claus shows up with the parade, and then Hallmark wants you to buy the stupid freaking.
Kids made it a big deal about reading the little book so that
yeah,
come
same
back.
thing. Yeah, and now that's the daily game.
And what do the kids do this morning? They're yelling and screaming at each other. I'm like, look at the elf.
Dude, the elf.
Can we just keep it out year round?
I was going to say the elf should be allowed to stay year round because
Right.
it truly is a good blackmail device, and
It
I'm
is.
totally okay with that.
What you call it?
A blackmail device.
Just checking.
Nice. Don't make me hit you in the middle. So yeah, I guess what haven't we dove into?
You got the list in front of you.
We have a new guest.
He's not a new guest.
We have an old new guest.
Speaking of everything old is new.
Got Jeremiah here from DailyDetroit.com.
Hey-yo.
Who we completely blame for everything that happened.
Yeah, never mind. I won't
Things go off the rails when Daily Detroit shows up.
It was your fault, Jeremiah.
It is your fault. It's always your fault.
It's always my fault.
But the end result was good because I wound up on. I got to tell you, the funniest. In fact, I just shared it with these guys today. I got the funniest email or Facebook message from somebody who goes to all the XICW events. Wrestling fan, and so I mean that's the context in which they know me. And so I get this note. I was like, dude, I saw you on Flashpoint. And I'm like, yeah, that was me. And he's like, wait, so like you and Bob are like real business guys? I'm like, yeah, we have like real jobs. And the hell are you doing at XICW?
I've been asking that same question for 3.5 years.
Now not only do I have to explain wrestling to my business connections, but now I have to explain business to my wrestling connections. I can't wait.
Which one's harder, Dave?
I think the business to the wrestling connections.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought you said crossing the street.
No, everyone
everyone
in business grew up watching it. It's not like, but the guys that are in the wrestling.
No one wants to admit it.
They're not.
They were horrified that I was wearing a sport coat. They were.
I was. I mean, they wouldn't let you on with a jersey? Come on.
Yeah,
he was going to go hockey jersey. I pulled him off the cliff.
I did.
It's a smart move.
I was like, so do I go? I'm like, do I go sport coat? Do I go like casual and wear like a Wings jersey and like be hanging out casual guy? And he was like, I will punch you in the face.
You cannot do the Wings jersey at Flashpoint. No.
Should have worn your IT in the D t-shirt
with the sport coat.
With the sport coat, yeah. That's a Pink Sub Party.
Just no sport coat and jersey. That doesn't work. And it also is not a hipster name. Sport and coat and jersey.
Sport and coat jersey.
Sport and coat.
Sport and coat. What you got over there, Bob?
I like that.
So how are things going over at Daily Detroit?
Things are going really good. I mean, people have been coming by the site like crazy. There's been a lot of stuff going down. We've got a brand new collaboration with WDET and Public Radio. One of the things that's interesting is that there's been a lot of flack or I would say conversation from various publications. One of them is a publication that gave you a little bit of guff, if you will, about the idea that there isn't enough in-depth coverage of the Detroit food scene. It's like, oh, show up a couple of pictures, you're done. Which, frankly, a lot of quick looks at restaurants are, and they should be.
You know what? Speaking of food scene, I'm gonna interrupt for about a minute and 30 seconds.
Go for it.
IT and the D presents Real Detroit Heroes.
Real Detroit heroes.
Today we salute you, Mr. Yelp Review Extremist.
Mr. Yelp Review Extremist.
You watch every episode of Chopped and have Anthony Bourdain as your phone's wallpaper, so you, obviously, are a professional food critic.
What's the latest catchphrase?
Your reviews on Yelp aren't written for the commoners. No, they're written for the people who truly appreciate fine dining experiences. At the corner Coney Island at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday.
Why don't they have sushi?
And so even though the place was clean, the food was exactly what you ordered. It got to your table quickly. You had to wait 18 seconds for your water glass to be refilled. And that's just not acceptable.
Gotta be a one star.
If it's not being served to you by a mustache-sporting hipster in a wool cap inside a room full of photos of cities you couldn't name to save your life from behind a bar made of reclaimed wood, well, it's certainly not up to your standards.
That's not fair.
So here's to you, Mr. Yelp Review Extremist. Thanks to you, the rest of us have a checklist of places to go just to try the worst meatball sandwich that one guy on Yelp ever had in his life.
Real Detroit heroes.
IT in the D. Networking Detroit, one beer at a time.
I'm so proud and happy of those.
I think that was pretty epic.
Jeremiah, I think this needs to be either an R thing or Daily Detroit thing. We got to do like this, like you know what they do the not top 10 on ESPN plays of the week. We got to do like the worst Yelp review we found this week.
I think so. I'm in.
And
We're
just
in.
read the thing.
Yes.
The one that still gets me is the bacon and eggs chick at the sushi place. It just blows my mind. And there's more.
It's amazing what people write on those reviews. I go through it. I'm like, this is completely and utterly useless. Sorry, Annette.
Yeah, love you. Mean it.
We really do.
If you go to Miller's, do not expect like a Kobe beef Wagyu steak.
It's Miller's.
It's Miller's. But people expect well, this isn't. You don't have
Filet mignon.
You don't have Wagyu beef here. What's wrong with this place? Like, this is Miller's.
The burger's $3, dude.
Right, exactly.
And you couldn't pick out Wagyu beef
The
with
only
a gun
Kobe
to your
thing you're
head.
getting for
right.
The only Kobe thing you're getting for $3 is a bobblehead.
I was trying to think of something else funny, but no, you won. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. So food scene. DET.
Yeah, back to the food scene.
Right. Sorry, I completely sidetracked us.
Oh, I wonderful sidetrack. So we've teamed up with Quinn Kleinfelter, an award-winning reporter, as well as Dawn Ulzi Filippo and our team Nick Hagan, award-winning photographer as well, to basically profile the chefs and owners across Metro Detroit. They're doing interesting things. And what's different about it is we're actually spending the time going in, trying the food, interviewing the person instead of just snarking from a distance. What are some of the things that they're thinking about? What's their story? Like the post we just put up about Mark Swinton's really interesting. He actually started his career biking to work because he didn't have a car, and he would bike from his home in Detroit to Somerset Mall to get to work. And that's a guy who's got dedication. And now he's the head chef at Patlet at MGM Grand. And it's just great to see that kind of stuff happening in the region. These people are just go-getters. So
He's
we're just
doing the interviewing so he can drop the, do you know who I am?
I don't do any of the interviewing. I just sit in the corner.
I interviewed.
I sit in the corner. I'm just a producer. But it's really interesting stuff to go a little bit deeper because there was so much talk around the idea of, well, there's not enough in-depth for the food scene, or why doesn't Detroit get more respect, or all this other stuff. And part of it is telling that story.
Right.
And so that's why we partnered up with some good storytellers, as well as, our Nick Hagan, our regular photographer, is amazing, just to get that stuff together. So, yeah, we're really excited about it. We've got quite a few more coming down the pipe.
Cool.
Not just in the city, but in the suburbs as well, because we are a regional publication, and we're looking forward to that.
I always thought was cool. Do you ever see the Rodskeller has a cool piece? I think the Free Press did it, which is like just a little video, kind of like interview montage. Like, hey, here's the history of this place. Here's why people, here's what we do. And it was it was like almost like they produced a small little 2-minute commercial for them.
Well, and the Rodskeller is definitely a unique place for sure.
Yeah. But I mean, I think they
More
do it for
with
others.
one.
That's where I learned that the Freep was doing those.
Oh yeah.
Just throwing ideas out. I mean, that seems like it's great pub for them, but it's it's fun for you guys too.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's the kind of thing where you go out. I mean, anything that involves food, I like. Obviously, Bob and you and are in the same kind of.
I'm a thinking that when which comedian was doing it. He's like, when people complain about like no jobs or this country doesn't have opportunity, there's a guy that drives around and gets paid to eat food and tell you about it on TV that you can't try. But he just says, "Oh, welcome to Flavor Town. This is awesome, knocked out of the park," and people watch it religiously, me included, right? So, like, just saying, you run around and eat food, and then write about it, and then and then hopefully we go.
Yeah, it's definitely not a bad gig, and there's so many good places starting to open up. One of them of note is Selden Standard, actually less than a mile from here, I think. And it's in this area that used to be, it used to be an old dry cleaner. We have a before and after photo where it's hit. I mean, it's a lot like what you guys are dealing with over there with Woodward Throwbacks.
That's what the Rodskeller was.
Yeah.
It was a Chinese laundromat in the 30s.
Yeah, when you posted that picture of the before and after of the front of that place, I didn't believe it, that it was actually the same building.
Yeah, they put a ton of work into it. And one of the things that's great about the Detroit community is that everybody's helping each other out. And everyone talks about...
Really, everybody.
No. Almost everybody.
No.
But like bank loans are hard to come by, so people are helping each other out through barter, or they're trading secrets on who are the best suppliers for.
Why
certain
have we
things.
not launched Bartertown yet?
Who runs Bartertown?
Yeah,
we should.
No, now that I told you Gibraltar is closing in Taylor, we need to buy it and make it Bartertown.
Done
with Thunderdome.
Yes. 2 vendors enter, 1 vendor leave.
This is what we call the procurement process.
Right.
We're writing another business plan?
Yeah.
And then another thing trending is, we just did a fun post around 10 things you didn't know about Detroit. And at first it's like, well, just another facts post or whatever. But there's so many interesting things about the city that people don't realize. Like the first telephone number is handed out here. Those
I did not know that when I was reading that. That was fascinating.
Oh, by the way, breaking news, I'm just reading this. It's not just Detroit. Copper thieves caused thousands of dollars of damage at a furniture store in Bloomfield Township.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's not just you. It's not just Detroit. So just thought I'd throw that out
They
there.
stole They stole the hookups to our subdivision sprinkler system in Oxford.
Stop.
I'm
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. It's everywhere. It's not just Detroit. Anyway.
Scrappers are a scourge all over the country, really. I mean, I've read reports in pretty much every major city in America right now.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to pawn the stuff off, and we didn't do any laws to tighten it, so it's only going to keep on going.
Yeah, and there's no tracing, there's no accountability, there's no,
all those laws died in the legislature.
Uh-huh.
So that's what we got.
Because those are the fun people we voted for.
Hey, if you don't like your legislator, one of the things I always find interesting is that people always love their representative, but they hate Congress or they hate their legislature. It's like, no, your guy's the problem.
Yeah.
I don't care what side they're on. If you don't agree with something, your guy is the problem.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother discussion for another day, and another set. This doesn't seem like an appropriate discussion for the holidays.
No. Fa la 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 la. No. Yeah. No.
Fa la 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 la.
Fa la 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 legislature.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you were talking about the 10 cool things about Detroit.
Oh yeah, and it brings people together in a really interesting way. I mean, we've had I think by the end of tonight we'll probably have had 25,000 people through on that, and many thousands of others through our other posts. I mean, things have just it's so good to see people come together on different things and discuss issues, and sometimes it's really fun stuff, sometimes it's more serious stuff, but I think that's part of what the fun of doing this thing for the past couple of months has been, and something kind of unique to the table instead of, I'm going to reblog your thing and I'm not going to ask you anything about it or any questions. And I'm going to tell you what you meant
Yes.
and put words in your mouth.
Yeah, that never happens.
No. Who would do that?
Oh, wait,
No.
it just happened.
Because you should move, Dave.
Right, yeah.
You don't care about the city enough.
Ever.
No.
At all.
You're not allowed to care about the city unless you live in the city.
Or unless you're Bob.
I love this city.
Well, I do.
Why can't we re-edit that over Freddie Legrand?
Is it built on rock and roll?
Yeah, I love this city. Like that whole, that would be great. Like
Put
to
your
drop that
hands
over
up
there.
for Detroit.
Right?
I love this city.
That would be epic.
Stop. Yeah, no, so that no, but good. I mean, it's good to hear that things are going well for you over there. I mean, it's always nice when something jumps and takes off, and especially when it's our friends.
Well, of course. And the thing is that we have you guys to thank for a lot of it, and almost all of it, because your support's been absolutely awesome.
That check's coming, right?
Always.
Well, if you look at it, Jeremiah got Dave on Flashpoint, so it's it's kind of reciprocal.
Yeah. The backhanded compliments were
right.
It was, but
what are they going to do? Go in the back room and make out now? I mean, come on.
They won.
But I thought that was an interesting.
Our guest just left, by the way.
I just thought that was a really interesting exchange over that last week, though. It was kind of fascinating, and I think it was good, though. I think it was good because people finally felt like they could say what they believe. Even if you didn't agree with it, it put it out there, which we kind of need to have these discussions.
I think it was good. I
the fact
do.
that it exists.
The part, and I've said this for 2-3 weeks running now, the part that bothers me is that it's physically impossible to have a conversation because people are more interested in talking at you or talking about you than they are talking with you.
Or listening.
Well, and that's, it's like I threw it out on Facebook yesterday. I don't understand why I watch Sunday morning news shows anymore because nobody ever answers the question that they're asked.
They all do the PR role.
Yeah, they stick to their talking points and they don't.
Did someone do that was with you on the show?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, it's crazy.
And the hosts never have the balls to call them out on it. And I don't understand why that is. Like,
Answer the question, Claire.
Exactly. I like they should just have that on a button, and that's all it should be.
But I think part of it's maintaining relationships. Part of it is nobody wants to rock the boat. But the problem with that is that then no real discussion happens.
Right.
And the thing is that we need to do in Detroit is have these real discussions because we actually have some serious issues around race, equality, access, poverty, equality, access, funding for businesses of all types. I don't care what color you are. You're not,
People feeling
unless you're going to
validators.
Kickstarter, you're not getting bank
Hell,
loans.
car insurance for crying out loud.
But yeah, I mean, all those kind of things, and those are the kind of things that we need to move forward. And I think sometimes people think of them as dry and boring, and a lot of times they are. But if we don't have those kind of discussions, we're not going to move to the world-class city I believe that we can be.
But is it even possible to have those conversations? That's what I'm trying to get at.
Too many people get too riled up way too quickly about the littlest conversation when you try to talk about anything. It seems like in this town.
Yeah,
you open up a new pop-up restaurant. There's people screaming that how come the local community is involved, or how come not this place, or why didn't you do something that I liked?
Well, I think.
Why'd you buy that bank building that was vacant for 20 years and put something in
dare
there that
you.
I didn't like?
Right.
Well, I think in Detroit there's been so much frustration over the last. I mean, and the thing is that the new wave of people doing things, they don't know what they don't know around the history as far as the region goes, and there's been so many broken promises over the last couple decades around development, ideas, all that kind of stuff, that I think a lot of people are hardened, and they kind of go, well, what are you going to do? Like, their default position is, what are you going to do to take advantage of me? As opposed to, how can we work together? And it's not everybody. It's not everyone. But it's a minority that I understand where they come from, because they feel... I get the sense that there's this feeling of powerlessness, and that's really unfortunate.
Well,
because everybody should be part of the conversation.
There's other people out there that are miffed that it's almost like they weren't consulted. Like they're insulted that they weren't consulted.
Well, I think part of it is that
it's so true.
There is this, but there is this, and it's not everyone who does it at all. But there have been a minority of people who have come into the city and they just kind of say, "We're just going to do whatever the hell we want," and really not pay attention, and that set a bad tone going forward.
Well, Jared, Dave caught crap for, well, what are you doing? What are you doing in the community? Are you walking the neighborhoods? And it's like, well, no,
that's not Dave's job to walk the neighborhoods.
It's not.
Dave's a radio host, and
I'm walking my own neighborhood.
Yeah.
What are you doing in your neighborhood?
Like, I'm on the where I live. I'm on
point.
the ZBA. I'm on the downtown development. I'm on the association board. You know what I mean? I make sure I'm on the school board. I make sure I'm involved with where I live. You know what I mean? I don't want anyone coming from any city or outside of my neighborhood to talk about my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And I think you got to take ownership of where you live and where you're at, and don't leave it up to a businessman or some clown like Dave to I had to go there once. But you know what I'm saying, right? Take ownership of where you're at. It's not what I think.
Shut up, Mimsy! Shut up, Mimsy! Shut up, Mimsy!
You deserved all three.
I did.
But I think part of it is that they feel that a part of that group feels like that's their version of taking ownership, because there's a disconnect between opportunity and what they see in their daily life. That there's no way to get from here to there, and the more ways we can bridge that gap,
well, the fact that
so people can see that there's a way from here to there. I think that's part of the problem. Like when I've been in the neighborhoods, because I have been in the neighborhoods interviewing people, talking.
Why
to
is there people from the suburbs got to come here to cut grass though? I mean, come on.
Well, part of that is government dysfunction.
Is
that
it?
Up until the most current mayor? Frankly, we've had a bunch of people who haven't executed. I mean, for God's sakes, the city had $1 billion budget. It's just we kept loaning money. We didn't handle it well.
Loaning money to who?
No, what would happen is that we wouldn't be in debt for
Oh.
things like the pension obligations.
Oh.
If the bankruptcy didn't happen, we'd be paying right now something like half of our dollars just to debt service. And you can't run a city like that. The other side is that you've had so much deprivation of the tax base across the board. I mean, we're looking at tens of thousands of houses going into the Wayne County foreclosure auction. You've got the equivalency of whole suburbs.
Did they lose close to a quarter? I read something about 200,000 people they've lost since like 2008.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the balloon.
Easily.
Yeah, and it's so when you have that, that's where things start to fall apart, because you just have people leaving, you have the tax base leaving, you have the expertise leaving to other areas, and that's the spiral that's got to get stopped. And God bless people like these guys at Woodward Throwbacks and the Hemingwrite guy who's doing his stuff. I know he builds it in Ferndale, but I know he does a lot of stuff at Grand Circus.
Yeah.
For going
Wait,
in
why
there.
did we have him on?
Because we still like Brad.
Right.
The easy answer is to say forget it. The easy answer is to walk away. And the thing is that over the last 25, 30 years, everyone took the easy answer and walked away. They didn't stay and fight for their neighborhoods. And now we're starting to see some of that, and in some ways that's a good thing.
Well, and there was this story that came out this weekend where, the lady, fixed up the place where her parents, raised her.
Oh, yeah.
Wound up falling victim to squatters.
And I don't know why the police didn't answer on this one. I mean, I'm generally
Charlie the Duff wasn't there, that's why.
Well, and the thing is, I generally
There's no cameras rolling.
I generally support Mayor Mike Duggan's policies, but in this case, where was the bulldog to say, the answer from the police department was very thin on these new laws and we don't know what, that's a weasel word. Leadership is we're going to figure this out and we're going to make sure that this doesn't happen. So I don't know what the disconnect was there because that doesn't sound like the Mayor Mike Duggan that's been out there,
There's no connection, maybe.
Yeah, they're very. It's a big city. There's a lot of things that may not have a connection for sure, but that's an unacceptable answer. Detroit citizens deserve better, and us citizens, as one, need to fight for that at every turn. Detroiters for the last 10, 20 years, we've always deserved better, and it's up to us to demand that better because we pay the highest taxes. We have the crappiest service in a lot of ways. It is unexcusable, the situation that happened that shouldn't happen. It just shouldn't happen. We shouldn't stand for it. We shouldn't allow it. We should get pissed off. Instead of just saying, "Oh, it's Detroit," that's not an okay answer.
But don't wait for government to do it. I think something.
Well, that's what a lot of people are doing.
That's
obviously.
what they shouldn't do. That's not the answer. 2 minutes too late on that.
The Godfather was drunk and he showed up to the bar a little late.
You can splice it in afterwards, can't you?
I'll put it underneath it.
Jim, we are coming up to the end, though, man. Any last parting ways you want to shout out?
I think you just did.
Yeah, I kind of did. I kind of left it all on the table there, but thank you guys, and always dailydetroit.com.
Yeah, and thanks to I believe it was Adam over at Hemingwrite for coming in.
Yeah,
I know he had to leave because they're
super cool.
They're crunching down to lunchtime. So yeah, and Kyle and Bo, thanks for coming out. So I mean, anything we didn't hit on for Woodward Throwbacks that you wanted to get out?
Just check out the Kickstarter. Help us out. We need a generator.
Is that open? Is the Kickstarter open?
Oh yeah, the Kickstarter's been open for like a week and a half.
And when does it close?
December 15th.
And what's your goal?
December 15th.
10,000. We're at about 4,800, I think, right now.
Oh, awesome! You're almost halfway there. That's sweet. Okay,
Very
cool.
Yeah. I know, 10,000 in 24 days. I think we're doing pretty okay. Yeah.
And what's at this point? What's next week now?
Next week is episode 69.
69, dude.
I want it to be on that one.
No, you really don't.
I believe there will be a keg, won't there?
Yeah, that's the episode
we might have
no one should listen to. Ever.
We might have a live studio audience for that one.
That's going to get pretty epic.
Should we bring in bleacher seats?
Should there be like a special day broadcast? Party tent?
No, God.
Start at noon. Yeah, that's going to
be. This is like it'd be like the old J.P. McCarthy show.
Right.
Back in the day.
This will be
all day long.
One of those things where we're glad there's no FCC regulations for internet podcasts.
Yeah, or webcams.
We should do webcams just for this one time.
No, we really shouldn't. No.
This one time?
At Bandcamp? Yeah, no, probably not.
It'll be a pay-per-view.
Right. Actually, that's not a bad idea. All right, and so Woodward Throwbacks. Everything is out at woodwardthrowbacks.com. We'll have the links out to your website, the Facebook page, the Kickstarter, all that stuff in the recap as it goes out. Thanks again, guys. I know you had horrific evening. Thank you for taking the time to come out here anyway.
No problem.
Thanks for having us.
And we do. We have our event one last time on December 11th. That is next Thursday. I am sure we'll be talking about that next
5
week.
5 o'clock?
5 o'clock.
One of our guests is Mark from Falling Down Beer Company. And,
it
is
his place.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it was his idea. He said he's bringing a keg and we're not leaving until it's gone.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God. We have keys to this place, right?
Yes.
Well, we'll see you next week. This is the IT and the D Show.
Thanks for listening.
Beat it.
Emergency destruct system is now activated.
Look out, Flash!
Flash! Don't move! Stay where you are!
Long live Flash! You've saved your life. Have a nice day.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
Murphy.
Make the run.
Run. The Run.
Game over, man. It's game over.
It's over, Johnny. It's over.
Nothing is over. Nothing. You just don't turn it off. Yo! Hold up! Time out! Time out! Y'all take a chill. You need to cool that shit out. And that's the double truth, Ruth.
I hope this was as much fun for you as it was for me.
How much scotch did you drink that night, by the way?
Half a bottle.
Okay, then shut the hell up.
You're in your underwear. I'm in my underwear. Here, let's hang out.
No, I'm sorry, honey. I have a headache.
I definitely want to see Bob in his underwear. That's a fact.
Bear me.
Why would like Buick put their cars next to like the Bentleys? Like, why? That's not marketing.
The alphabet.
It's brilliant.
Because you're getting your 8-track tuned up.
Are we at a break yet?
I may have to wipe the geek off. I can't say no, and I don't really want to.
Well, especially with the back doors open.
We just lost our clean tag on iTunes.
So you have no boots.
No.
You have no gloves.
No.
You have no hat.
No.
You have no scarf.
No.
You have no scraper.
No.
How long have you lived in Michigan?
All my life.
You, sir, are an idiot.
I don't care.
When are we going to talk about me?
Jane, you ignorant slut.
This is the ladies' man.
Guess Captain Soundboard doesn't know how to run the soundboard.
Shut up. Stop talking.
You're so white right now.
I'm the whitest guy in the room. Just explain it to me.
I love this city.
I was banging on the wang.
Really? Should we talk about this? Tag team it. Should I keep going or should I stop?
Hell yeah.
Can I just say, it's been great being on a show that talks about Mickey Rooney dying for 20 seconds and then poop for 10 minutes.
You're not very informative, but wow, are you entertaining.
This is a previously recorded episode of the IT and the D Show.